Here's my other advice to young folks. When I was graduating from college, one of our last classes, I think it was literally the last class, a professor of finance said, "All right, guys, you've taken 4 years of all this schooling. You've learned a lot. And now I'll give you a secret, the eternal secret of being wealthy." And I was like, wait a minute. We went to school for 4 years, and now at the last day telling us this? I personally was like, okay, what's the secret to being rich? I want to know. I was like, all right, the secret to being wealthy and having unimaginable wealth is to always spend less than you make. It's like, funny, right? It's easy for you to say. But when you think about it, doesn't matter who you are or where you are, if you consistently spend less than what you make and set aside this difference and reinvest. First, reinvest in yourself. Courses, books, masterminds, like Commercial Academy. Elevate, become a machine for value production, right? And then slowly continue creating value, continue reinvesting, and then it's going to snowball, right? And if you look at Warren Buffett, the richest man in the world, considering that if he donated much of his money, and he's still one of the richest guys, he's literally the best investor ever. He still lives in a $300,000 house in Omaha, Nebraska, and he drives a Buick or whatever. He doesn't drive a G-Wagon or whatever, like a fancy car. But the point is, if you stay consistent, I think the book Millionaire Next Door talks about it too. And if you contain your expenses and grow, it's in the freedom from excessive cash flow that you attain your wealth. And so that's my advice to you guys.
No, that's great advice. That's really good advice. I think something interesting too that I'd be curious to ask you about, and I kind of saw this at Commercial Academy when I was there in February,